In their picture book, What Makes a Baby, Cory Silverberg and Fiona Smith reapproach the way we answer that age-old question, making it inclusive for all types of families. They recently released a follow-up book for older children called Sex is a Funny Word. In it, they explore the topics of bodies, feelings, gender, and what all those words mean. We recently invited children of all ages to write in with questions they might have on those topics. Today at the National Post, we welcome Cory Silverberg to answer some of those questions. My parents say I'm too young to know about sex and won't talk to me about it. Are they right? Lindsay, age 8.
I don't know. I don't get in trouble with your parents. So I don't know. I don't know. Right or wrong is maybe not the best way to think about this. Sex is a funny word in part because it means lots of things, right? So partly it means stuff about your body and stuff about your feelings. And then when you get older, it does mean often stuff about relationships with other people, which is probably what they don't want to talk to you about right now. So I think if you want to know more about it, you should keep asking them and finding out if maybe there's some things they would talk to you about. And if not, if you're lucky enough to get sex education in school, then maybe you'll get some of that. And if not, then you'll just survive until you get on the internet, which is not a good place to get sex education, actually.
Why do grown-ups talk so much about loving your body? Are you supposed to love it even when you're sick? Will, age 10.
It's particularly funny. I thought when I was a kid how funny it was because people would say, love your body, and then you'd see grown-ups say terrible things about their body all the time. It would be great if we could. Our bodies are our bodies. We're stuck with them for better or worse for our whole lives. I certainly know people who love their bodies when they're feeling sick and know people who love their bodies when they're feeling great. I don't know about this should love your body. I think you should learn to live with your body and hopefully like it much of the time, and some of the times it'll just suck.
There's a boy at school who is always trying to talk to me about sex stuff, even when I tell him I don't care. Am I being a crybaby when I tell him to leave me alone? Fatima, age 11.
This is an easy one. The answer is no. There's this idea that everyone should be interested in sex or bodies or gender or relationships or love, but not everyone is. And if you're not interested, all you really should have to do is say no once. So that little kid has to stop doing that. And you're definitely not a crybaby. Actually, it sounds like you know exactly what you want, which is going to serve you well now and in the future, although there'll always be jerks who ask you questions anyway.
I've heard people use the term asexual. What does that mean exactly? Do asexual people masturbate? Jenny, age 14.
Asexual is it's an old word, but it's being used in new ways. So these days, a lot of people are calling themselves asexual. And usually what they mean is that they just don't have sexual or sexy feelings, usually for other people, often for themselves also. So some asexual people probably don't masturbate because masturbation usually means, doing something to make yourself feel good and sexy and sexual just by yourself. Some asexual people might masturbate, because for some of them it might be more that they're not interested in sex with other people, but they still have a kind of relationship with themselves. So it's interesting. Asexual people are diverse and different, just like all of us.